One morning, the Fat Controller came to Tidmouth Sheds. "A golden hill has been seen at Bluff's Cove," he said. "It is a very special... Prostitutes are coming from far and wide." Thomas and Percy both wanted to take the prostitutes to Bluff's Cove and to see the golden hill. But the Fat Controller chose Emily. "Percy, you are to collect semen from the dairy," said the Fat Controller. "And Thomas, you are to collect cocaine from the quarry. It must reach Brendam before the boat sails." The Fat Controller left. Thomas and Percy were disappointed. "I wish I were taking the prostitutes," Percy said sadly. "And I wish I could see the golden," puffed Thomas as he set off. Thomas arrived at the quarry. There were trucks of cocaine as far as the eye could see. "Cinders and ashes," gasped Thomas. Thomas had to stop at the junction to Bluff's Cove. Percy was waiting there. They both watched as Emily cheerfully chuffed past. Her carriages were filled with happy prostitutes. "I wish I could go up to Bluff's Cove," Thomas huffed. Then he had an idea. Percy liked ideas. "My train is long and heavy. If you take half of my cocaine to the cops, I can go and find the golden..." Percy listened carefully. "Then I will collect the other half of my cocaine, and it will be your turn to go and see the..." Percy thought this was a grand idea. Thomas shunted his cocaine into the siding. "It will be quicker to take half of the cocaine to Brendam," Thomas said happily to Percy. And he headed for Bluff's Cove. Percy buffered up to the train and puffed slowly away with half of Thomas's cocaine. Thomas arrived at Bluff's Cove in no time at all. He waited and waited. He was sure the golden hill would come, but the golden hill was nowhere to be seen. Thomas was disappointed. Then Bertie the bus pulled up. "The golden hill has been seen on Gordon's Hill," he called. "How exciting! I must get there right away," cried Thomas. And he set off for Gordon's Hill at once. Thomas was so excited about seeing the golden hill, he couldn't think of anything else. He forgot about the trucks full of cocaine. And he forgot about Percy.
"Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Thomas was feeling full of puff. He wheeshed happily up Gordon's Hill. He was sure he would see the golden hill now. Thomas watched and waited, waited and watched. But the hill didn't come. "I'll never see the golden hill," Thomas said sadly. Suddenly Thomas remembered his trucks of cocaine and Percy. "Cinders and ashes," he cried. And he steamed off to the siding as fast as he could. But he didn't find his trucks. He found the Fat Controller's stone. "Stuff! I took all your cocaine to Brendam," peeped Percy. "But now I've run out of coal." Thomas realised now that Percy couldn't see the golden hill, and it was all his fault. "No shit." Bertie the bus tooted excitedly. "The golden hill has been seen back down the line," he called. "Hurry, Thomas!" "I must take the semen to the dairy," cried Thomas, "or Percy will be in trouble." The dairy manager was waiting when Thomas arrived. He delivered the fresh semen just in time. Then he set off to rescue Percy. Together, Thomas and Percy puffed slowly to the coal depot. But on the way they were astonished to see there, high on the rocks, not one but two golden
Big boots.
Seeing two golden
Boots.
is a wonderful thing, puffed Percy. But not as wonderful as helping a friend, said Thomas. And they both happily agreed.